I picked up a PSG1 grip that's used. It's a whole housing and the grip. It's not in the greatest shape. It's got a lot of like hand grease on it, and the actual housing is, not really black anymore. But when I send the gun off to have work done, I am going to also send the housing, have it completely reshot, and then I'll just recolor fill all the markings on it. Alright, here's the PSG1 grip. If you look, it's actually got a couple little cracks right there, and it's got a little bit on the bottom of it. But I need to strip it to see what's going on. Stuff I'm going to use is this citrus strip I got from Home Depot. Alright guys, so it's 24 hours later. I let the citrus strip sit on there for about 1 hour. Then I cleaned it with Purple Power in the sink with some warm water and a toothbrush, and it got a lot of the grease and grime and just everything off of the grip. There's still a couple little areas there, and down where the trigger finger would be, or the secondary finger would be, and it's probably oil. It's still kind of in there, so I'll probably hit it again with the Purple Power, and we'll see how it looks. But it looks good so far. Alright, so this is what we look like after I did a second round with the Purple Power degreaser. Didn't really take too much more off of the blackened areas, but then I just took a little bit of steel wool and I was able to just lightly sand it a little bit, and it turned out pretty good. You can see now when it's clean, there's a little crack right there, and there's a little seam crack right there. From what I've seen on YouTube with other channels, they use super glue. Wood glue is just too thick to get in there, doesn't really do anything. So we're going to try super glue, see how it goes. Alright, so I picked up some of the Gorilla super glue. We're going to see how that works. Alright, this is what we look like the next day. Things look pretty good. Typical looks like super glue. It's just got that white kind of hard crust on it. I'm going to use some 220 grit and see how that goes, getting that sanded off of there. Alright, so I finished up with all the sanding. The crack looks real good. It took a while to get that super glue off. It would have been better to use, this is kind of a gel super glue and it's just too thick. But the crack turned out good. There's like no gap there. It just looks a little black line that is hard. Bottom turned out real good. That's just a wood grain piece that's in the wood. There's actually like a knot right there. But it turned out real nice too. There's no gap anymore. It's all real smooth. I just used a little bit of real soft, like wore out 220, and it turned out real nice. Alright, here's where things are going to get interesting. I'm going to use the Minwax tongue oil finish. In another video, a guy did the 1911 grips and they looked real good, so we'll see how it turns out. Alright, I think it turned out pretty good. I'll have to see what it looks like when things kind of dry out. It's kind of darker on this one side and then lighter on the other side, and that's because it's two pieces of wood. You can see the seam right down there. It's dark on this side, light on that side. But it looks real good. Looks a whole lot better than it did when I got it. For pretty cheap and just some times, you know. Anyway. Alright, so it's been set in about an hour. I'm going to put a second coat on. Alright, so this is what the finished product looked like. This is 5 coats of the tung oil on the shiny parts, and then it's 2 coats on the rough parts. But I think it turned out really good. It may not be some people's taste, but you know, looks pretty good. The next project is going to be the palm rest. I tried putting some plastic polish on it on this one side and then just left this part dull, and I think I'll just keep polishing it, see if I can get it to shine up a little bit.